Today we are covering book number 2 of Secret Weapons.
You are now watching WhoDooTV.
Welcome back to WhoDooTV. I'm Jared.
And I'm Hoosier.
Today we're talking about Secret Weapons number 2. It's written by Heisserer with art by Raul and Patricia Martin.
Issue number 1 introduced us to some new characters. Harada's leftovers, Harada's rejects that were stuck at the Willows in Oklahoma City. And Livewire learned about these rejects and she has taken them under her wing and she is trying to save them from Rexo.
So issue 2 starts off with a discussion between Livewire and Owen and Nikki. And they're talking about the knife that Rexo left behind. And they're trying to figure out who Rexo is or who's behind Rexo or what's going on. Livewire gives them kind of a lead to go take the knife to Cheap Jack, a guy who can tell them where this knife came from.
Livewire then taps into the computer and she has this conversation with Rexo. He lets her know that Harada actually gathered his remains to use him as an insurance policy to get rid of Psyots if there happened to be any mess per se. And Rexo kind of lets her know that he likes the way Psyots taste.
Now Nikki and Owen track down Cheap Jack and he's able to tell them that the knife belongs to the Scavenger, so they now have a name of someone to track down. We're then introduced to a new Psyot named Avi, who has the power of stone skin. But the drawback to his power is when he turns to stone, he cannot move. He's essentially a statue. Rexo finds him and instantly attacks him. He's trying to take him down. Thankfully, Nikki and Owen were actually tracking Avi, and they found him fighting Rexo, and they decided to fight back against Rexo themselves. Thankfully, Livewire comes and saves the day by crashing a van right into Rexo, and he escapes. They return to the theater, and the 3 rejected Psyots are reminiscing about their time at the Willows, and they discuss what to do next. But it turns out Avi doesn't really want a part of any of this. He doesn't want to fight. He just wants to go to school and graduate. Afterwards, Livewire taps into the network and has a discussion with Ninjak, asking him if he knows anything about somebody known as the Scavenger, but unfortunately he doesn't, and that's kind of where the lead stops.
We then get to see the Scavenger, and he is about to walk into the lab, and he sees Rexo. And he asks Rexo, hey, did you bring home any food? And we're left to believe Rexo is saying no, but I ran into Livewire there. And at that point, he says, well, that's good, because you could bring Livewire back, and you will be unstoppable. And that's where this issue leaves us off. It opens up a whole lot of questions about more of this Rexo and Scavenger and what Harada was really thinking and what his underlying plan was. We're getting to know the rejected Psyots a little bit more, and we're still getting to see a little bit more of Livewire and who she is and her amazing powers that she has.
It makes me wonder, what is the Scavenger's motivations? That's really the main question that I have about this book. You don't really get that. You see that Rexo wants to eat, Harada bought him because he wanted an insurance policy, the Psyots are trying to live. The only unknown that I don't understand is the Scavenger. What does he want?
I'm interested to see what the bigger picture says, knowing that these are probably going to be playing out in Harbinger Wars 2. What is the play of these secret weapons?
I really enjoyed issue 1. I thought it was a great issue, a great start to this series. Issue 2 was pretty good as well. It didn't seem to live up to the standard. The art was still great, but the story, because all these dead ends, I guess there is only one loose end on this one now. It's instead of having this whole grouping of things to follow. So maybe the direction of the story isn't necessarily where I was hoping it would go, but we're only on issue 2, so hopefully the rest of the series will clear that up for me and I'll be feeling better about that. But for this one, I gave the first one a 5, I'm going to give this one a 4. I can't really judge it fully. Yeah. This is one of those things that I feel like we're going to have to wait till we get all 4 to really give the overall series score, because I think, you know, some of these are going to be slower than other ones because they need to build the characters a bit more so we understand where they're coming from.
I agree. This book is really hard to score this issue. Raul does a great job on the art with Patricia Martin. I enjoyed it. Heisserer is starting from scratch on this book pretty much. We know Livewire and the rest is just kind of our tie-ins with Harada and introducing these new Psyots, these rejected Psyots from the Willows. So ultimately we're getting to know these guys a little bit, and he's doing a good job of introducing us to some characters. I really think like I said, it's really hard to score this book this time. I'm going to be right there. I'm probably going to give this a 4.25 benefit of the doubt. Rexo is interested to see the Scavenger and to see what this has to do in the bigger overall scheme of the Valiant universe.
Hey, if you like this video, hit that like button down below.
Please subscribe. We like subscribers. Follow us on Twitter at WhoDooTV and on Facebook.
I guess, and thanks to our friends over at Outright Geekery. Check them out. They got all sorts of nerdy stuff for you to check out.
Thanks for watching this guy and me. Bye.